Hi everyone and welcome back to our Not So Human challenge. Ginevra is spending a bit of time on the beach still adjusting to her mermaid form. But despite that, we probably shouldn't be lounging for too long. I think that we should actually go to Lana and the other mermaids because we have a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna stop you right there and maybe just have you go to their house. She's still feeling a little bit sad because Vladi died last time. Still can't believe that happened. But she's gonna be sad for another 8 hours. Hopefully it's not gonna be affecting her too much because we have a lot that we need to deal with. So let's go visit Lana and the other mermaids. And yes, they do have a new house, but let's just pretend that this house was there the entire time. Like, it's so pretty. Look at that. It's perfect for them, isn't it? But anyway, let's go in, and we already have Lorelei here playing with the little child. Who else is home? Let me take a little look. Oh, Lana is here as well, so maybe we should go say hi to her. She's enjoying her time in the pool. A bit silly because she lives right next to the ocean, but still. Anyway, we're all sitting together so we can finally talk about kind of everything. Now that Ginevra is a mermaid, she also deserves to know what is going on and what did she get herself into. So Lana is explaining this is going to be a very dangerous mission, but I really appreciate you actually agreeing to do all of this. So we kind of need to tell you what's actually happening here. So Lana is, well, basically the leader of this club that they have, Protectors of Sulani. And they formed this club to, well, protect Sulani and its residents and the island itself. All the residents kind of know about the mermaids. They're not like a huge mystery here. They know and they appreciate their hard work. So Ginevra doesn't have to worry about being seen when she's in Sulani. And she's actually going to be temporarily invited to this club so they can work on everything together. So Lana's going to invite Ginevra into the club. And she also needs to tell her more about what's happening, what's actually causing the problem with her crystal and affecting everything of Sulani. So now that Ginevra has been accepted into the Protectors of Sulani, Lana and all of the other mermaids are explaining how mermaids actually work because Ginevra did actually get into this kind of in the dark. So Lana is explaining that she is the mermaid of water and air and ice. Those are her elements. Lorelei is the mermaid of nature and the people here, and Mariana is the mermaid of heat, lava and fire. And it looks like Ginevra is the mermaid of the night and darkness in general. So this is something that they kind of need. They need the fourth element, whatever that is, to make this group a little bit more complete, because what they're going up against looks like it's kind of powerful. And that is actually just one mermaid that was supposed to join them to make Sulani even safer and better, but she double-crossed them and tried to take all of their power, and that is affecting Sulani because it looks like she discovered some new type of power that these three are a little bit unfamiliar with, so they're feeling a little bit unsure what's happening, but they think that maybe bringing a fourth mermaid into this equation will help them beat her. But they need to practice a lot, and Ginevra actually needs to discover her special powers. They obviously have a suspicion that she is this mermaid of darkness, but they haven't confirmed it first of all, and she also doesn't have any special powers. And Lana is actually getting up to show Ginevra her powers, so she's doing like a water burst on Ginevra, and that's gonna cover her in water. So she's kind of freaking out because that came out of nowhere. She didn't know that these three can have powers like that, so she's still kind of freaking out, isn't sure what to think of it. She's all soaked, so that's something that she kind of needs to learn. She needs to learn her special power. Mariana has decided to show off her power as well, so let's see what's gonna happen to Ginevra now. She's all like steamed up, so let's see. She is actually really warm now. She's overheating. So now that we know that the mermaids have their special powers, Ginevra knows that she needs to work on this before they can actually start this big confrontation. They don't have much time because it looks like this mermaid or siren or whatever she has turned into has been leeching on their powers for like a while now, so things are getting pretty serious. We don't have time to just mess around. I wish that we could because we would have a lot of fun, but Lana has an idea. It is the night now, so we don't really have much time to be like going around. All of us have children to take care of. So Ginevra, why don't you go home and spend the night reading this book? I think that it's going to be really helpful for you. There's a lot that you can learn about mermaids, and then when you finish reading the book, come back here in the morning or as soon as you can, and then we can continue. I'm sure that Ginevra is going to appreciate this, not only because she obviously needs it to learn more, but also because she did enjoy reading the vampire book all the way back in the day, so I think she will just enjoy enjoyed this in general, especially because these three have been quite secretive about who and what they are. So now learning about them is going to be a lot easier. But we should head home. Lana has pointed out a really good point that they have a little toddler and Jennifer actually has 2 infants and a child at home, so we definitely should go. When we arrive to a very snowy home, I completely forgot that it's snowing here really heavily because we've been enjoying our time in Sulani, so I forgot that it's actually winter. And oh, she's gonna go mourn Vladi at his grave. Well, that kind of makes sense. I mean, they were really close friends and he did die really— oh, she's getting abducted. What? I really did not expect this. I really hope she doesn't get pregnant again because we really don't need that now. Because we already have our alien babies all the way here upstairs. I can't remember if I showed off the room quite yet. I don't think I have, but we just have like a really basic bare bones setup with curtains and everything because we don't really know how the sun is going to be affecting these alien babies. Gemini more so than Polaris because she seems a little bit more human. But yeah, we have some really thick curtains here and this like special purple lighting to make sure that he's all good and healthy. Oh, and Lilith has been doing her homework. She's doing so well, cursing a bit, which isn't great. But maybe you can commune with the departed, maybe see if you can reach your dad, because obviously your mother is not quite available. So let's see if she can maybe reach Idri to see what he has to say. She also wants to go mourn the dead. I think that she would maybe want to go mourn Vladi after this, although she should actually go to sleep. I think that after she tries to communicate with Idri or whoever she ends up talking to, I'm gonna send her to bed. Make the most of your life. Don't stay indoors playing some life simulator all day and night like me. Oh, and Ginevra is finally coming back and she's not invisible this time, so that's good. And I'm not seeing any sus moodlets, so I think that we should be kind of good. But yeah, I'm gonna have her maybe start reading this mermaid book because she's not feeling tired at all. She's getting a bit distracted by these little specters, but I think that reading this in this like cozy beautiful environment is gonna make her feel quite focused. She already did— well, she just acquired the skill. She discovered the fascinating world of mermaid mythology. What is real and what is fiction? That's for Ginevra to discover. So she does have a lot to discover. We'll just let her work on that for a minute. Ginevra flips to a page with an illustration of a natural pool. The full moon is drawn overhead, casting a reflection on the rippling water. It has such a mystical vibe. And she discovered gillyweed. It's a very special variety of aquatic plant with seemingly magical qualities. On my voyages through the Cimmerian Sea, I would use nets to catch fish and earn my sustenance. However, upon inspecting the day's catch one evening, I discovered a small piece of seaweed. Okay, let's see, what does that actually do? Oh, it gives Sims gills and stuff. That's actually really interesting. The effects lasted a mere few hours. Okay, that's actually good to know. And she just leveled up to a level 2. I'm not really sure if that's giving her any extra things to do with the book. Some random ghost came to hang out, but okay, that's completely fine. But I did notice that she actually can learn some recipes. I'm not really sure if that's really beneficial because she doesn't really need these things. I think I'll just let her read until she's done with the book, and maybe if Lana says that we need the recipes, we'll focus on them. But right now— oh, it's already 3 a.m. I wanted to say I want to prioritize going through this book as soon as possible before the morning so we can just go back to Sulani and work on more practical things potentially. This section mentions a stone cauldron for mixing aquatic concoctions, which is supposedly rumored to have some kind of magical qualities. Apparently the writer believed the legends and wanted to find it himself. And oh, she just leveled up her little mermaid rank. That's actually really impressive. Oh, but she went to focus on the infants because I low-key forgot about them. We do need to take care of them. I think that this is really urgent. Let's go feed both of the babies because I forgot to take care of them completely. So that's really stressful. I think that they really need to be fed. So let's just get on that. And then we can try to focus on getting everything else taken care of before she needs to go. Oh, and they're both like really cold. See, that's kind of a problem. They're freezing even because we don't have any heating in this house besides the fireplace downstairs. So yeah, this room must be really cold. It's like freezing outside. That's actually really bad. Okay, luckily I was able to place down radiators in the bedrooms and stuff, so at least they'll be a little bit less cold. So let me see if that kind of helped a little bit. Yeah, he's feeling warm. Oh, and it's officially New Year's Eve. Well, unfortunately we won't really have time to party. She's still taking care of the infants. This is taking like so long, but as soon as she's done and she takes care of herself, we really need to go to Sulani. Oh, she's even having breakfast with Lilith. See, you can't really say that she's not trying. She's at least kind of making some kind of attempt. But Lilith went to talk to Guidry instead. I don't think that she really wants to talk to Ginevra too much. And I kind of get it. Maybe she resents Ginevra bonding with the twins a little bit better, and also for not being home like ever. So if she does want to go talk to her dad instead, I guess I'm just gonna respect that. But I see that Ginevra has finished breakfast, so I think that it's time to go to Sulani finally. Oh, the weather here today isn't really that lovely either, but I guess they're mermaids, so it doesn't really matter if it's raining. But let's go say hello to everyone. Oh, Ginevra has already jumped into the pool, but no, I think that we should all just go to the ocean together. So let's all go there together and try to spend the day at the ocean, hopefully all in their mermaid's form. Well, at least for these three as long as possible, because I know that their powers are a bit weaker, but maybe having Ginevra's fresh powers around is going to be helping, especially because it's raining as well, so that's maybe helping to some extent. But we really need Ginevra to unlock her full potential and learn some useful powers today, so we'll just have all four of them swim around, which hopefully is going to be helping Ginevra maybe rank up and gain some mermaid experience so she can unlock some powers. Let me actually see, because I'm not fully sure. She's gaining fitness, but what else is she actually gaining? She is gaining some rank and XP, so that's something that we need to be working on really hard. Oh, but Mariana and Lorelei have left the ocean already. They can't really be in their mermaid form for very long. I don't really see where Lana is. I think that she left already, so it is just gonna be Ginevra, and those three will just be there to guide her if necessary. But what else can Ginevra do? She can actually go and maybe dive underwater and even dive deeper, so we can see what that's gonna be doing for her. Oh, she just got a bit of XP, so she's on level 2. She needs to gain one more skill to get a perk, so she will actually unlock a power kind of soon. Elphaba wants to go on a date. I thought that those two had some issues because things were a little bit awkward when she stopped being a spellcaster, but I guess that Elphaba doesn't mind. But right now we're just way too busy dealing with this mermaid mission to actually go on a date somewhere. So I don't know, it looks like this could be, by the name, maybe somewhere in Sulani, so maybe she has a bit of a suspicion that we're here, but we really can't go and focus on that right now. She's diving deep in the ocean right now anyway, so no thank you. Oh, she just returned and she got a magical find. Nestled in an alcove in a deep sea cave system, she found a beautifully ornate chest with gold trimming. The extravagant case looked completely unaffected by the abrasive seawater, sparkling despite the lack of light. She never managed to pry the chest open and found a single book resting neatly inside. She couldn't bear to leave it behind. Oh, what? She does have a book! An ancient text found at the bottom of the sea is filled with mystical runes and passages written in dead language. Oh, we need to tell Lana about this immediately. I really need her to go swim to the shore and run to the house, find Lana. Maybe she's actually somewhere out here. I haven't checked. No, she's not. She probably went back to the house to rest, but we need to show her this book because this seems like it could potentially be a big deal, but we don't know. So let's see what that is. Okay, made it to the house. Where is Lana? Oh, she's right here. Oh, she's talking to Brooklyn, who is actually, by the way, a child now. She was a toddler yesterday, but I guess that it was her birthday, so she's a child. That's so cute. She's such a sweetie. She looks, I don't know, she doesn't really look like either of them. Funnily enough, she looks more like Mariana, and she's not related to her. But anyway, we need to go speak to Lana about the book. Reveal a deep secret about a really deep find underwater and see what is she gonna say. So Ginevra is explaining that she found this book at the bottom of the ocean and she doesn't really know what to do with it. It kind of seems like it could be relatively important, but she obviously has no point of reference. So what do you know about that? And Lana is feeling quite inspired. She's like, of course, this makes so much sense. We were so worried about your powers and how to unlock them, but there's actually a different way around this. She's like, come, let me show you. I need to show you something right now. So she's leading her somewhere outside and she's saying there is a way to go about this in a different approach. If you actually really do regret this to some extent and you really wanted to be a spellcaster, there's a way to go about it. And she's showing her this cauldron and she says, well, if you were worthy enough to find the book, maybe you're worthy enough to actually use this cauldron and change. Change in what way though? What does she need to do? What does this do? Well, she's still gonna be a mermaid, but things will be a little bit different. So she discovered moon glow. How peculiar. She never saw a clear glowing reflection of the moon in this pool of water, which has the distinct smell of the ocean. As the water rippled, she heard a faint tune being sung, like an old sea shanty. Something is telling her that singing this melody over the cauldron while the moon is overhead might conjure up something magical. control. What should that mean? Should she look in the book? Because this is kind of vague. Let's examine this book and let's see if that's going to be showing some answers. She is a little bit frustrated that all of this is so mysterious, but it is also like a really personal journey. So I guess that Lana can't really tell her everything. She's trying, but she never has to figure out a lot of these things on her own. And what did she see in the book? She discovered that this tome is an ancient artifact. She would recognize these symbols of Poseidon anywhere. It appears to be some sort of spell book filled with incantations and rituals, comprehensible only by the most talented sorcerers. Well, she did enjoy being a spellcaster quite a bit. Maybe this would be a good in-between. So she'll just be spending some time in the ocean until the moon is overhead, and then we'll see. Because Lana says that there is a different approach. She doesn't really have to be learning all of these things and discovering her powers this way. Maybe there is something a little bit different for her that she needs to do. Oh, there are a lot of people here, but no one's freaking out. They know what the mermaids. They probably see that this is a new one, which is kind of unusual, but no one seems to be freaking out. If anything, they seem very comfortable, so that's good. And I want to check this book, volume 1. She can reread it, so she did actually learn everything that she could. She does have some recipes here, but right now I'm kind of... Oh, she can actually study this book. Okay, we can actually do that. I haven't realized. Oh, she's really enjoying the rain. I love to see that, but please don't ruin the book. That would be pretty bad. Oh, she learned how to interpret the incantations. She can now decipher the spells and rituals contained in the book, but she won't be able to perform them until she has done the special melody. So is this how you're gonna spend your time, practicing singing in the rain? Okay, I guess I appreciate that, but I wanted to say it's New Year's. We're obviously not spending time celebrating it, but maybe she could at the very least make a resolution. Oh, she can actually do it. I thought that she could maybe do it at the cauldron. But you know what? Let's just, to make it safe, to be sure, go to the cauldron. But right now, let's make a resolution. And I think that, oh, what should we do? She could raise a skill, which would mean that she would gain a mermaid point or rank up in there. So that would kind of fit for raising her rank and developing her skills, so she's more ready for this big fight that they're preparing for. But she could also write a book about the entire experience. I think that this is more of a resolution like long term, and raising a skill is like really immediate. It's not really a resolution, it's more of a it has to happen, and the book is more of a like it could happen and she wants it to happen. So I think I'll just go with write a book. But right now, let's maybe just go back to the cauldron and see if we can perform that melody. I mean, I should probably have her get dressed first. I don't really want her to have this like potentially big moment while she's completely naked. That's a little bit unfortunate there, isn't it? So she made it back to the cauldron, and she does have the option to sing, but I think I will first have her change her outfit to literally anything. So now that she is ready, let's go and sing here. Sing the incantation. So let's see how that is gonna go and if that's gonna work for her, and what kind of transformation is this actually offering. We don't actually know. She's just doing whatever Lana said and whatever the book said, but something is happening. She just had some kind of transformation. She still looks pretty normal, but she just discovered sea sorcery. She learned that sea sorcery is a skill and it's an essential asset for becoming a truly powerful sea witch. Studying from Poseidon's grimoire, brewing potions at Sea Witch Cauldron, and performing spells are just a few ways to advance this mystical skill. Oh, and she apparently likes the rocker style. Okay, that's pretty funny. Wait, this is the first time that I see Sims actually having like an in-game pop-up for liking a specific style. That's really interesting. Kind of ruined the moment there with the Sea Witch discovery, but that's like, is that new? I've never seen that before. Sure. But she just transformed into a sea witch. As a powerful sea witch, she can learn spells from Poseidon's grimoire and cast them on herself, her environment, or unsuspecting victims. Using the cauldron and her affinity for aquatic ingredients, Ginevra can also craft potions with varying magical qualities as her sea sorcery skill increases. With these abilities, Ginevra might even be able to help other Sims, for a hefty price that is. So this discovery is really huge, and I think that Lana potentially had some kind of suspicion that this could be really good for Ginevra, and it does kind of make sense that she was a spellcaster before and then she transitions into this. So maybe becoming a mermaid is not going to be bothering her as much, because we know that she was kind of unhappy and she did this just to help, but now she kind of found a really good in-between of the two. So while she's enjoying this new discovery, I'm gonna end it here, and next time we'll be working on her sea witch skills, and hopefully then she will learn enough to help the other mermaids in this confrontation, and hopefully they will win their powers back and win win Sulani's health and well-being back. But if you do want to see that, here is the next episode, and if the next episode is not out yet, here is something to watch while we wait. See you there.